It's April in Southern California. Spring is here, and our ocean is once again full of life. And as summer approaches, many white sharks have returned. They certainly remain curious about the human visitors in their home. Here's one of many encounters I filmed. Like most encounters, the shark circles back, calmly, not aggressively. The surfer also reacts calmly and yields space to the shark. It's evident whose territory this is. Although I have observed many more white sharks this past winter over the previous winter, April usually marks the official spring influx of juvenile white sharks back to Southern California. And as you can see in this clip, they are certainly back. If you counted, there's 9 sharks total in this section of the beach alone. And when they show up in these numbers, there's always one showing off its fin. This view never gets old. One thing that happens more often as the season turns is that many of these sharks start to come into very shallow water. It is here that I not only get a clearer view of these magnificent creatures, but it is also the place where I see them interact with dolphins most. It's usually the smaller sharks that get curious about dolphins. I don't often see dolphins purposely scare a shark away, but in this clip, that's exactly what happens. Notice the shark. One dolphin speeds right at it, and right there, the shark speeds off quickly. The dolphins continue on their path, while the other 2 sharks in the area actually retreated towards the shore. But while most of the sharks that have returned are smaller juveniles ranging 5 to 8 feet, I've noticed a few larger ones are now arriving as well. This is one of the biggest female sharks I've become quite familiar with over the past couple years. She's back once again, and like the previous year, she's grown. The shark-to-shark encounters with the larger sharks are quite intriguing. There's a pretty common pattern I've observed. Whenever 2 sharks meet, the smaller shark follows the larger shark. It's a pattern I've seen over and over. Here's a few examples. One thing is for sure, the larger sharks definitely have a different persona. Naturally, they have more experience. And as they get bigger, they take an interest in marine mammals. Just look at this white shark mirror the seal's position along the shore. This path continued for nearly a mile. Filming these sharks and seeing them from the shore in the waves is a joyful experience. They are sleek, stealthy, and as described by many, have a menacing appearance, but they still travel so gracefully through the water. It's easy to see how these animals are misrepresented. They travel by instinct, yet they make me wonder just how aware they are of their surroundings. Just look at this one flare its gills, just as the shadow of my drone comes into view. Was it reacting to my shadow? Shortly after, the shark reacts yet again, this time circling back. I stayed on the shark and as it went from clear water to murky water and back again, it would often come within just yards of sunbathers. But here is when I turned the drone around and came upon this scene, a swimmer heading straight for the shark. This swimmer has no idea the shark is there. And if you watch closely, the shark never really approaches the swimmer. However, out of precaution, I place the drone over the shark and turn on the warning beacon on my drone. But it's obvious the swimmer can't hear the beacon. The shark never gets closer than this. Eventually, both the swimmer and the shark go their separate ways. And like all of the encounters I've filmed, the white shark never reacts aggressively. As I record these encounters, I'm constantly reminded that it's humans in their home, that coexisting is necessary for both to exist. The more informed we are that these sharks are near us, the better we can understand how to coexist in the water with them. I have no doubt this swimmer knows that he's sharing the ocean with other creatures. And even though I wasn't able to talk to this swimmer, he wasn't the only one I saw on this day near a shark. Just a few hundred yards away, I spot another swimmer enjoying the waves, unaware of two white sharks nearby. The second shark moves on, but one stays. And so I lower the drone from 350 feet to just 30 feet. Once again, I turn on my beacon. My drone is equipped with a loud beeper, but it's likely not audible in the waves. And even though I know the shark is not likely to strike, I am reminded that this is a wild animal. By this time, I've placed the drone just 10 feet above the shark. I continue to follow it, and it momentarily leaves the vicinity. As I return, the second shark is now there. This time, the swimmer has been joined by two other swimmers. So again, I lower the drone above the shark. Over the next few minutes, I filmed this shark go back and forth near the swimmers 3 times. It is visibly curious. The swimmers, however, did not respond too kindly to my beeping drone nearby, and they let me know with a couple hand gestures. But I maintained my position over the shark. And after the third pass, the shark left just as soon as it had appeared. And once again, I followed it. Further down the beach, and back to clear, shallow waters. While these encounters are more common than I ever thought possible in California, we have to remember they are mostly young sharks in the range of 5 to 8 feet, but with young age comes inexperience. For more information on how to swim safely in Southern California waters, Please read the informative links I've included in the video description below. And if you like this content, please like and subscribe. I've also included some links to organizations where you can get involved in helping to protect our sea life.